Hi, Taylor T. Carlson here, and today we're going back in time and taking a look at some classic Japanese television. We're going to look at where the Ultraman franchise began with the Blu-ray release of Ultra Q. Although the character of Ultraman is not in this first series, this is the beginning of the franchise, and a lot of those staples of the series first appear here in these 28 episodes. I'm going to do an unboxing for this. I'll talk a little bit about the series and let you know what you can expect and if I recommend this package or not. Nice close-up of the package there. Got some monsters from the series in the background. There's our spine text. Other side. Back cover has a description of the show. We take this off. There's a booklet in here. We'll look at that in a second. Here's the steelbook with the covering removed. Inside we have 4 discs. These are, unfortunately, stacked discs, which I'm not a big fan of. Disc 1. Disc 2. Disc 3. And disc 4. This series consists of 28 episodes. There are 4 discs. That's 7 episodes per disc. Now I'll take a look at the booklet that's included. I mean, a lot of releases on home video formats don't even bother with booklets and inserts anymore, so it's actually very nice to get something like this. You know, we got a description of the history of the show there, some pretty cool pictures from the production. We have an episode guide with descriptions of the 28 episodes. We have profiles for some of the monsters that appear on the show. And it's interesting because some of these monsters were actually just redressed costumes from various Toho kaiju productions, including a lot of old Godzilla costumes. Here we have a character guide with the heroes of the show. I'll look at some of the technology from the show. And a nice back cover there with more monsters. I'm going to read the description of the series as follows on the back of the plastic protective case for the steelbook. For the next 30 minutes, your eyes will leave your body and arrive in this strange moment in time. The classic series that launched the Ultraman franchise, now available in high definition. After co-creating the iconic movie monsters Godzilla, Rodan, and Mothra for Toho Studios, special effects director Eiji Tsurubaya launched his own company, Tsurubaya Productions. His first production under his new label was Ultra Q, a 28-episode series that brought the theatrical spectacle Tsurubaya to become known for to television. The black and white sci-fi drama focused on Meinichi Shimpo, photojournalist Yuriko Itogawa, Hoshikawa Airlines pilot SF writer Jun Manjome, and his co-pilot Ippei Togawa, who partnered to investigate mysterious events occurring in and around Japan. These phenomena included and involved aliens and giant monsters, many of whom would return in future Ultraman shows and movies. One of the most expensive TV programs produced in Japan to that time, Ultra Q was a rating smash that paved the way for Tsurubaya Productions' first color series, Ultraman. So like I said, this is essentially the beginning of what would become the Ultraman franchise. Since we don't have the titular hero having been invented yet, the show revolves around a team of journalists / reporters who go around Japan and look into these mysterious goings-on and try to do their part to solve these problems. And this makes for some pretty interesting situations. This show is also produced in black and white, whereas the later Ultra series stuff would all be in color. It is interesting to just see all these monsters in interesting situations. I did kind of have a hard time telling if the show was supposed to be for kids or adults. You have a lot of child characters and some over-the-top monster designs that would say this is probably for kids, but then you also have some darker, more mature elements. And it also seems to have been influenced by a lot of Western anthology series like The Outer Limits and The Twilight Zone, particularly in its opening narration, which doesn't appear in every single episode. But overall, it's a pretty involving, pretty interesting series, and it's been nearly 60 years since this aired on Japanese TV, but I had a great time going back and experiencing this show. It's a great looking steelbook package, and that booklet is very nice as well. How is the quality on the discs? I was pleasantly surprised by how good Ultra Q looked in its Blu-ray debut. It's clear there's been some degree of restoration, and the image quality is very clear, but it always retains a grainy filmic quality. Some shots look a little rougher and more distorted and beat up than others. Typically that's like when you have stock footage and effect shots. Obviously a lot of these effect shots show their age all these years later. There are no bonus features aside from the booklet, but it is a very nice package, and I do think any fan of classic TV, sci-fi, monsters, kaiju movies, if you fall into any of those categories, I think you're going to like Ultra Q. Have you watched Ultra Q yet, and what did you think of this set? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.